we're back. One take, 9 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna plow through this one take. So whatever I say is gonna be what it is. Um, we're back. I'm not drawing the comic book this time. I'm doing exclusive wallpaper, and this is part one. What you're looking at, that kind of plus sign thing, is it's based on 5 point perspective, but it's a little bit different because the center is down. I have to assume usually the top vanishing point is up, bottom one's down. Center is sort of like single point, um, when the top, down, left, and right this time are like north, south, east, west. Middle is down. Um, like I said, it's based on it because there was a lot of winging it. Um, I didn't use any type of what do they call their, like, compassy type measurements. I was winging it, going by just eyeballing it. Because the reason why is because you could spend, or at least I could spend all day long. I could spend all day long trying to map out everything in a perfectionist sort of, compulsion. And what was I gonna say? I got distracted looking at this. Um, yeah, that's. I actually just heard somebody recently say, uh, perfection is the fuck. Perfection is no, stifles. Perfection is the enemy of progress, or something like that. I don't know. Little things like that make really resonate with me because, I spent a long time struggling with, you know, stifling, stagnant. Other words with st that keep me from progressing, because it's like, I don't know. It's like you got like a football dad in your head going, you gotta be the best, you gotta be the best, and then you just don't like football anymore. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right. So also what you're seeing vaguely, you might not be able to see it. That I made an outline because this is going to be intended to be wallpaper. Because this is going to be intended to be wallpaper. I made a little template. All right, hold on. Oh crap, that's too much. I'm turning up the noise gate volume. Oh, that's fucking it up. Hold on. That was a little too a little too much gate. This is a condom machine. I really enjoy this edition. The sketching out, like, this is 4 hours worth. Again, this is sort of like the hyper, the really really fast uh things, because basically what's happening is the longer the sessions to do things like a page in the comic book or something. A lot of the first ones were like 2 hour sessions that I put up. Well, I'm more of a fan of like the 4 hour sessions because I don't really want like part four, part five, part six, because I don't even think people who are art nerds are going to be into watching that, even if each part is only like 10 minutes long. What is my point? What was I talking about? I totally lost my old thought, and if I do review this at all, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. What was I saying before? I was talking about perfectionism. Um, yeah, the football dad analogy or whatever. It makes you not like the game anymore, and you just want to quit in spite of your, uh, you know, perfectionist football dad who wants to relive his Al Bundy. Like, I'm really losing it. I thought it was going to be. All right, we're halfway through this. I can't believe this has only been, what, 4.5 minutes. I can't even hold on to 4 minutes right now. Um, oh, yeah, that grid. So I made a template because this is intended to be wallpaper, it's going to be available at many different sizes. And to do that, before I even started this, I had to figure out, well, how am I going to be able to, crop this properly at each aspect ratio. It doesn't matter the actual pixel resolution. You could do that. I realized when I was making this grid that it just depends on the popular aspect resolution or aspect ratios, which is 16 by 10, 16 by 9, 4 by 3, believe it or not, 5 by 4. You can see it right there, the top left underneath the video. So that's going to be useful again and again and again. This is just some weird thing that I had in my head. It was brought up. The Donnie Darko was brought up when I let somebody see this recently. I said, "Okay, I see that," but it wasn't. It was never the intention. What do you call it? But if there's a parallel that people want to see, that's fine. Whatever. I had this idea in my head for this visual, this image in my head for a couple weeks, and I didn't get to start it. I got this. I didn't start it until, now. I said I didn't get to. That's not true. This was over holidays. This is when people are made to be lazy. November really is the worst month for progress and productivity, if you ask me. What was I saying? This idea was in my head, and at this point, I've already realized that it's going to work. This is all just pencil stuff. I'm going to try to have this painted, because I have a certain, look that I want it to be, and I'm going to scum it up. This is not a nice bathroom. This isn't something in your local chain restaurant, unless your local chain restaurants are in awful places. So yes, there's going to be, there's no one cleaning this bathroom, and that'll be evident later on. But for now, I had to make sure that everything sort of worked and everything was framed properly. And I don't know what else there is to say. I'm glad that it's getting closer to the end of this. This person is not dead. I realized as I was doing this that there's got to be something done to distinguish the fact that this is not a dead man. This is not a murder scene. This man is partied out. Yeah. You know what's funny is that I just saw my screen was tilted, and I just saw my screen was tilted, and I used to have an Ergotron. I had an Ergotron arm for a long time, and oh god, I'm not going to be able to tell this story. Basically, I went back to the old. I went back to the original Wacom. I went to the original stand from this Ergotron arm that's supposed to, it lets you move it every which way. The only problem is that I'm a heavy-handed drawer, and drawer, and I had to go back to the other one because you'd push down and it would just, okay, bye.